Hi dear students, my name is Babu Rao. I'm your botany lecturer. Okay, let us discuss about the botany. First of all, our botany syllabus. Effect of COVID-19, some syllabus was reduced or reducing syllabus is. In this video, I want to begin second unit, fifth chapter. That one is Morphology of flowering plants. Morphology of flowering plants. It is very important chapter and also largest chapter and the largest weightage chapter also, because 5 bits are comes from the chapter. So if you completely learn this chapter, you will gain 20 marks in our objective exam, NEET exam. Okay, totally 10% weightage chapter this one. Understand? So I want to begin this chapter. What is morphology? It means to deal with the study and description of different organs of plants is known as morphology. It is a basic fundamental request of classification of plants, and this morphology is furtherly divided into two categories. This one is external morphology and internal morphology. External morphology and internal morphology. External morphology means it is the study of a description of external characters. External characters of the plant is known as external morphology, like root, stem, leaf, inflorescence, flower, fruit, okay, seed, etc. This type of external characters of the plant body is known as external morphology. Internal morphology means to deal with the study of internal parts of the organs. Internal structure of different plant organs is known as internal morphology. It is furtherly divided into two branches. Internal morphology is furtherly divided into two parts. There are histology and anatomy. Histology and anatomy. Histology means to deal with the study of different types of tissues are known as histology. Anatomy means nothing but to deal with the study of plant organs like root, stem, leaf, flower, etc. Internal structure study is known as anatomy. Understand? So in this video I want to discuss about the morphology. External morphology, only external morphology. Okay, to deal with the study of external characters like root, stem, leaf, inflorescence, flower, fruit, seeds, etc. Understand? So first one is root. Okay, a root is the basic part of the plant. The root is mainly developed from the radicle of the embryo. Okay, initially radicle leads to the formation of primary root. A small thread-like structure comes from the seed at the time of germination. This a fine thread-like structure is known as primary root. Okay, this means the primary root is mainly developed from the radicle of the embryo. Radicle. Understand? Next one, primary root bears secondary and tertiary roots. These primary root furtherly developed into secondary root. Secondary root. And secondary root bears tertiary roots. tertiary roots. Okay, tertiary roots. In this way, the primary root bears a secondary and a tertiary roots, etc. Understand? The next one. The primary root and its branches constitute a taproot system. This type of root is known as a taproot system. The primary root is main root and lateral roots are arised from this primary root. This type of root system is known as taproot. These are the secondary roots. These are the tertiary roots. Okay. Primary root consists secondary root bears tertiary. In this way, a root system is developed from the primary root with help of the primary root. So, the primary root and its branches constitute one of the root system. That one is taproot system. Taproot system is the main character of the dicotyledonous. Dicots means the plant seed consists of two cotyledons. Understand? Monocotyledons, the primary root is short-lived. This primary root is short-lived and it is replaced by a lateral numerous roots based on the stem. That means this one is the primary root. The primary root is short-lived. And this primary root is replaced by a numerous of roots. Okay, based on the stem. This one is stem. Based on the stem, a numerous roots are replaced by the primary root. This type of root is known as fibrous root system. Another one, roots arise from the plant other than radicle of the embryo. Okay. Basically, roots are mainly arised either taproot or fibrous root. Taproot system or fibrous root system. Mainly root is developed from the radicle of the embryo. But in some cases, roots arise from the plant other than radicle. This means suppose pothos. Tamalapaku అని చెప్పేసి అంటాం కదా. In this, the roots are arised from the nodal region. Okay. Next one, some banyan tree. Okay. The advances roots are developed from the largest branches. Suppose sugarcane. Basal nodal region consists of some advances roots. So, this type of roots are known as advances roots. They perform some additional functions. Okay, these advances roots perform some additional functions. Okay, in this way, these advances roots are mainly arised from the other than radicle of the embryo. Okay, roots arise from the plant other than radicle. This type of roots are known as advances roots. What are the characteristics of roots? The main characters are, root is defined as the descending part of the plant axis. Shoot is ascending part. Root is descending part of the plant axis. Understand? Next one, it is positively geotrophic. This means it is positively hydrotrophic. Okay, but this one, it is negatively phototrophic. Root is negatively phototrophic and positively geotrophic manner. Understand? Next one, during seed germination, developed from the radicle of the embryo. Root is developed from the radicle of the embryo at the time of seed germination. Understand? Next one, roots are generally non-green and cylindrical. Okay? Cylindrical. Roots are non-green and cylindrical. But in tenophyllum, roots are flattened and also chlorophyllous green in their color. Okay? Basically, roots are generally non-green and cylindrical. Understand? Another one. They produced only similar organs. What type of similar organs? Secondary roots, tertiary roots. Secondary roots and tertiary roots. Next one. Roots do not show nodes and internodal regions. Nodes and internodes are present in the roots. Okay. These are the main characters of the roots. Basically, roots are mainly developed from the radicle of the embryo, and it is a descending part of the plant axis, and also positively geographic. This means positively hydrotrophic and negatively phototrophic manner. And also during seed germination, it is mainly developed from the radicle of the embryo, and the roots are generally non-green in color and cylindrical, and they produced only similar organs that is secondary roots and tertiary roots, etc. And the roots do not show nodes and internodes. Okay. Next concept, that one is the regions of root. Okay. Regions of the root. Root consists of different types of regions. What are there? The first one, initially the root cap. Okay. Above the region, meristematic region, meristematic zone or meristematic region. Above the meristematic region consists a elongation region. This one is the elongation region. Above the elongation region consists maturation region. Okay, maturation region. This means elongation region cells are gradually metamorphosis, differentiation into maturation. Okay. Next one, meristematic cells. There are consist one of the power. This means division power. Okay, there are have power of division. Hence, new cells are arised from this meristematic region. These cells are converted into elongation region. Understand? And maturation region is arised from the elongation region. It is highly matured and also very important region in the root system. Okay, let us discuss about the different types of regions. Okay, the first one is root cap. This one is the root cap. Okay, the root tip is, the root apex is protected by one of the protecting layer. That one is root cap. Okay, the root cap. The apex of the root is protected with a multicellular, not unicellular, multicellular cap-like structure. That one is known as root cap. Okay, root cap. Another one. The cells of the root cap secrete mucilage. Understand? Mucilage. Mucilage is secreted by the root cap cells. Root cap cells. These mucilage helpful for the lubrication. mucilage, and for lubricating the passage of root through the soil. Soil లోకి రూట్ అనేది lubricate అవడం కోసం, lubricate అవడం కోసం the root cap secrete mucilage. Root cap ఏం చేస్తుంది? Some mucilage is secreted by this root cap. Because of this reason, the root is easily penetrated in the soil with the lubrication. Understand? Next one. In many hydrophytes like Pistia and Eichhornia, Gurrapu Dekka, Pistia and Eichhornia, root cap is replaced by pocket-like structures. They are called root pockets. This means in hydrophytes, the root cap is replaced by root pockets. Root cap is replaced by root pockets in many hydrophytes like Pistia and Eichhornia. Next one of the largest root cap is easily find out in the one of the organism, that what is Pandanus. Red color portion is the root cap. Another one, meristematic region. Meristematic region. Okay. It is a smallest region, about 1 millimeter in their length only. 1 millimeter in their length. It is the smallest region in the root, different regions. It is a growing part of the root. It is very, very important. It is a growing part of the root because it consists of meristematic cells, division energized cells. Okay. Next one. This meristematic region is protected by the root cap. And this, see this figure once. The red color root cap is protected meristematic region. This meristematic region is mainly protected by the root cap. Understand? The next one. It is made up of thin-walled, not thick-walled, thin-walled and also compactly arranged meristematic cells. These are the very, very important. Understand? The meristematic region is mainly made up of thin-walled, compactly arranged meristematic cells. Meristematic cells. Okay. This meristematic cell means nothing but which have the power of division. Power of division energized cells. These are rapidly divided and forms a new cells. Okay. So these meristematic cells are compactly arranged and also thin-walled. So these meristematic cells are especially found in the meristematic region of the root. Understand? Next. Another one, this one is the elongation region. Elongation region. It is present in between the maturation region and the meristematic region. This green colored dots region is the meristematic region. This root hairs containing region is the maturation region. So, elongation region present in between maturation region and meristematic region. Understand? What is the region of elongation? Region of elongation. It lies just above the meristematic region. It has just below the maturation region. Okay. Next one, the cells of the cells of this elongation region are newly formed and also elongate rapidly. Newly formed and elongated rapidly. This increase the length of the root. This increase the length of the root. The root length is mainly increased in this elongation region. And also one of the main function is done by this elongation region. That one is the cells of this region helps in the absorption of mineral salt. Mineral salts are mainly absorbed by this region. Elongation region is mainly these cells are very elongated. This region is helpful for the elongation of root rapidly, and also this region is mainly absorb mineral salts from the ground. Mineral salts from the ground. Last region, that one is region of maturation. Region of maturation. This region, look at this one. This region is the maturation region. Okay. This zone gradually differentiate and also matured. This means the in this meristematic region consists of meristematic cells. There are power of division energy. These division energy cells are divided and forms a permanent cells. The permanent cells are some cells in this elongation region. There are elongated and absorbed mineral salts. These elongation region cells are gradually converted into maturation. This means these cells are differentiated and matured into maturation region. Understand? Next one. The surface of this area is covered with numerous root hairs. Member of root hairs are covered this maturation region. These are the root hairs. Okay. Next one. The cells of this outer layer known as piliferous layer. It is very important. This region, this meristematic region, outermost cells layer is known as piliferous layer. Piliferous layer or epiblema. Understand? Epiblema or piliferous layer. This piliferous layer or epiblema layer produce root hairs. Root hairs are developed from the outermost region of the maturation zone. Outermost layer of the maturation zone. This outermost layer is known as piliferous layer or epiblema, and root hairs are mainly developed from this epiblema layer. Okay? Not internally developed. Root hairs are not internally developed. They are only external, outerly developed from the epiblema. Understand? Numerous root hairs are developed from the outermost region of the root. The outermost region of the root is known as piliferous layer. Piliferous layer or epiblema. Understand? Next one. Root hairs are elongated. These root hairs are mainly elongated and also single celled. This one is a single cell, elongated single cell. This one. Okay. These are tubular structures. Root hairs are elongated, single celled, tubular structures. These root hairs are mainly contact with the soil particles. Okay. The entire root is not absorb the mineral and salts. Only root tip region, elongation region only absorb minerals and salts, and water is mainly absorbed by this maturation region. Next one. The root hairs increase the surface area of absorption. Suppose this one is root. Suppose this root absorption, this layer, outer layer is very thin layer. Easily absorb or diffusionally absorb water from the ground. Okay. But the root hairs containing maturation region, the absorption surface area is also increased. Absorption surface area is increased by the presence of root hairs in the maturation region. Understand? Okay. So the root heads are increase the surface area of absorption. Absorption surface area is increased by the presence of root hairs in the maturation region. Next one, root hairs are short-lived, not permanent. This one, root hairs are short-lived and are replaced by new root hairs. Root hairs are short-lived and these root hairs are replaced by new root hairs after every 10 to 15 days. Every 10 to 15 days, the older root hairs are replaced by new root hairs. Understand? Next one. Root hairs are responsible for absorption of water mainly. Absorption of water is done by the root hairs. Because of this reason, this maturation region is major part of the root. Which one is the major part of the root? Maturation region, because the water absorption is done by this region because of the presence of root hairs. Because of the presence of root hairs. This one is the maturation region. What are the functions of root? You know already. The root functions are mainly categorized into two. Understand? First one, the primary root functions and secondary root function. The primary functions of the root are fixation. The plant body, entire plant body is fixed to the soil with help of the root. Another one, anchorage. Anchorage. In this way, fixation and anchorage of the plant body in the soil is mainly done by the root. Understand? This one is the primary functions of the root. And absorption of the water and minerals. Absorption of the water and minerals, fixation and anchorage to the soil, and conduction of the absorbed material. Which material is absorbed? Water and minerals. So, conduction of water and minerals up to the base of the stem. Up to the base of the stem, the minerals and water is conducted by the root. These are the primary functions of the root. Primary functions of the root. What are the primary functions? Fixation or anchorage, absorption of water and minerals, and conduction absorbed materials. Understand? Next one, secondary root functions. These secondary root functions are the main essay question. In your IPUIs, in section C, the 19th essay question comes from this chapter. Okay? In this essay question, one of the major important essay question, that one is secondary functions of root. Okay? These are the primary function. Secondary function. Some roots are perform some additional functions. Some additional functions. Because of the performance of additional function wise, the root is modified into different types of modifications. Different types of root modifications are present by the performing secondary functions. Secondary functions. We will discuss in our next class about these secondary functions of the root. Okay, some additional functions of the root system. Thanks for watching.